Well, hello and good evening, everybody. How are we all doing? The Uncould-seer on YouTube. Hello. Welcome to the YouTube side of the stream, and hello to everybody on Twitch. Red Flash Gore are the two in the chat. Oh, and Heinz-Jen! First time chatter, how's it, bro? Good evening and welcome. I need to change. Oh, and also for the follow, Heinz. Thank you very much. I saw that while during the starting soon. I need to make one audio adjustment, if you'll bear with me for a memento. So this is 180 milliseconds too late, the SSA Rocket League podcast, and it's really a review, Kid Fox ZA, Sue, also on YouTube, welcome. Drew Moment is here on Twitch. Me and Ollie just recorded a recap. Oh! Do you know what, Drew? When are you guys posting it? When are you posting it, Drew? Maybe I'll let you do it. And instead of doing a full recap, we'll just look at some interesting stats. I knew Ollie was talking about it, but I didn't know it was gonna happen. And where are you posting it, Drew? No, I don't want to. I knew it was in the planning stages. Maybe I should have asked. Okay. All right, fine. Well, I'll yeah. Hello, Lucky. Well, I've been around. I think out of the two of us, you must have. Okay, well, I've been slack. The last time I was live was 10 days ago. So yes, I probably wasn't live as recently as I should have. But I'm here now. So that all makes up for it. Okay, so I made some interesting stat notes, which I'll get to, but let's look at the obvious thing. Let's look at the results. Who finished where? We all know it already, but it is a recap, so let's have a quick look. May contain nuts at the top, not unexpected. Orlando Pirates second, also not unexpected. Millennial Times Gaming third, and Reform third. Now that, I think, is a little unexpected. I mean, that was a surprise, particularly Millennial Times Gaming, and we'll get to them in a while. But Reformed, Mr. Lowe, having his best outing ever. Hello, Nino. Welcome aboard. Welcome back. I think his best finish, Mr. Lowe, before this was 5th to 8th with Nibble. So great turnout for he and Mr. Lowe and Archeon. Well done to them. And then a surprise, 80k. Well, is it a surprise? I didn't know what to expect from 80k. How's it, Steez? But I thought they performed pretty well. But we'll go through some of the results in Swiss. They were a little bit up and down. But so had really good results. And then given the results they had, they didn't do as well as they should have in some of the other matchups. And then Orient Esport got a bit lucky, I think, with the Apex disconnection. They made it through, but they finished up 5th. The VS Gaming runners-up, not doing too badly for themselves. So well done to them. Yo, Jay, what's up? I missed you there. I see you now. 1 sec. Okay. Sorry, I see my Streamlabs OBS is struggling to connect to Twitch chat. Well, I'll have to just see it directly on Twitch then. And then Team Espionage, who I thought had a fantastic run, did Espionage. For me, Millennial Times Gaming and Espionage were the surprise results, surprise teams of the whole tournament, doing very well for themselves. So congrats there. White Rabbit also a surprise, but for the wrong reason. Finishing 5th, they came into the weekend top seeds, but then couldn't make it happen in the main event. So I know those Friction Casper, they're going to be pretty frustrated with themselves that they didn't have a better showing there. 1 second. And then what we got? And then Apex, massive surprise. Friction disconnecting in the last round of Swiss. So they were DQ'd, which means they went down. They were 2 for 2 in that series and didn't make it into main event. So massive surprise there and massive disappointment. And then Fish, I don't know. Will Joshua be happy with that result? 9th? Sort of 9th to 15th or whatever that place is. The Bros, another massive surprise. They're going to be gargantuanly disappointed to be finishing in joint 9th there. They would have wanted to do better. And I think I can only point to... I just realized I can actually put this below my camera. So oh no, that's not going to work at all. That's terrible. Okay, never mind. Kill that. I have to put it down to the team forming up very, very late. I think that's the only... Defunct, not Friction. Did I say Friction? My bad. Thanks, Tristan. Yeah, that's what that's what I meant. Hey, Skills Teal, how's it, my brew? So, yeah, the Bros, not happy. And then Astronic, Jay, you can tell me about Astronic. You happy with that finish? Were you hoping to do better? Was it about what you expected? What are your hopes and dreams? Tell us about the result you think there, Jay. Then we have Ice Esports, who I know would want to do better, the new out of retirement. And then Lupo Rosso. This is mostly the Paul Roos Gymnasium High School team. 2/3 of that team coming into this. And I'm not sure if they'll be happy or disappointed with that or not. But like Unity the year before, the move from high school into the big league, a bit of a tough transition. And then Team TKO in the middle. So there we go. Those are the results. And then I thought we'd go and have a look at some of this. So here's some of the stats I noted down. And then I have to admit I got lazy and I didn't feel like writing them down. I thought we'd just go through them live. But I did make some notes. So I didn't make as many notes as I thought. But so May Contain Nuts, the first place winner, the regional champions, the Fall Open champions, were the only team where every member of the team, every player on the team had a goal average of over 1 per game, which is pretty stunning. And I guess an indication of just how well they did over this regional. And that's just one of the stats. Some of the other stats finishing a little lower, which was a surprise. And then the champion Demolisher. And it didn't come as a big surprise when I saw that, because from what I saw of the games from Espionage, it was clearly a part of the strategy to be heavy on demos. And yeah, Olympic, number 1, over 2 demos per game, followed by Ram. And that was certainly picked up by the talent and the casters, noticing the demolition derby from Ram. And then Zero from Millennial Times Gaming was 3rd in demolitions. If load shedding doesn't happen, okay, yeah. Well, if load shedding is happening, guys, we have to approach life as if load shedding is happening, because it's pretty much where we are now. Load shedding's a part of everything. So should we go have a look at let's go have a look at Octane. And we can go and we can peruse all the stats. Hey, Azzo, what's up? Sue! Welcome. Good to see you over there on YouTube. And, all right, let's have a look. Octane GG. So overall, okay, somebody explain this to me. I don't understand what's happening here. To Die For has played 20 games. But then Snowy and Darth have played 23. Was there a series they played with a sub? It confuses me. I don't understand how that works out. How's it, Gingerbeard? What were the stats? Okay, so the goals there you can see. To Die For finishes on top of a lot. So clearly top player in the region here. 1.3 goals per game. Risen Eclipse. Who was Risen Eclipse playing for? But he's second on. Why was he second? But he only played 3 games. Okay, so he's subbed in for one series, obviously, or something. And we've got Wheelu up there. Did Jay answer my question? Jay, I'm not free. It's actually a pretty hectic work day for me. I'm sorry about that. So Jay says he's happy, but we can do better, and we know it. Okay, so realistically, what's a good finish for you and your team? David missed the first Swiss game. And then, so who subbed? Who is your sub? I don't even know who the MCN sub is. I didn't even know that. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yo, Fig Flock, what's up? 4th to 8th. Okay, well, you're going to have a lot of sock pulling up. How did Snoozy do? I want to see how Snoozy did. Where is Snoozy? Maybe I can search for him as a player. Because he was a debutant, right? I can't find him. But look at this. There's another Snowy. Australian player named Snowy. Okay. Risen it. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, there you go. That's why. Okay. That's why Risen Eclipse is on there with 3 games. That makes sense. That should have been obvious. It should have been obvious. Okay. Cool. Why can't I find Snoozy on here? Is he under a different name on Octane? So I'd like to know, since Happy Meal is here and so is Snowy, I'm very interested to know the general thoughts on Millennial Times Gaming. Because for me, they sort of came out of nowhere, but I don't know if that's just because I wasn't paying enough attention or if there's something else to say about it. Chase the Shot, what's up? Okay, Chase is coming over to Twitter. Good man. Hello, Cools on YouTube. Okay, let's check out demos. Olympic 2.85 demos per game. Ram 2.1802. Chase 1.8 and Galaxy 1.8. The surprise for me here, if we look at was Orlando Pirates and MCN in terms of demos. So clearly focusing on more skill factors and demos. Where's the first of? And I thought Eli would have more demos. So Happy Meal at 1.13. Cams at 1.08. And then Eli, the lowest on Orlando Pirates at 1.04. Darth, the highest of MCN at exactly 1. And then Darth was just a little bit lower than that, I saw. Snowy on 0.7, and I think Darth was 0.8. Or did I misread that? No, Darth is 1 as well. I beg your pardon. So Darth is the highest of MCN then. Did I get the right? I think I did. Okay, cool. You demoed and got demoed. It doesn't say how many times you were demoed in the game. That would actually be a pretty good stat to see. Like, how still do you stand? Cools, I kind of recognize the name, but I don't. Coolez, but I don't have a clear recollection of you. So I definitely feel like I should know you. I did see that, Chase, but who was playing on that ice team? Was it the ice team? Because I thought with that tournament it was going to be rando teams, or was it team teams? Oh, well, nicely done. That's actually very cool then. Do I have... Nah, that's not going to work. Ugh, never mind. Bro and WRG, okay. So did anybody answer my question about Millennial Times Gaming? Well, good going, Chase. Now you got to translate that into the next regional. All right, Skill, I like that answer, and it was certainly one of the questions I had during the weekend was, I thought they... Azo, I remember now. Got you. Okay. The question I had, they did so incredibly well, but the question does become, Are they going to do it? Are they going to repeat the performance or not? Good man, Chase. Are you going to make it off the sub bench? And who's Weechu? No, that's not. Is that Ice? Oh, God. My old brain. Who's Weechu? I see he got announced on. Oh, my God. Which team was that? Who's Weechu on? It is Ice, isn't it? Yeah, skill steal. I think that's a very good analogy. It's like a game one of a best of 7. That first regional. Who's who and what's what? How's everyone playing? How's it, Lemons? Oh, is it? I see. This is why I love doing this. I learn shit. Thank you, Tristan. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty good. Look at Ram. So he's demoing 2.18, but getting demoed 1.6. Who's the most demoed player? Zyro, getting demoed twice per game, is the most demoed player, followed by Jeff, followed by Chase. Chase, you're only just in profit here. 1.8 demos per game, and you're being demoed 1.75. But in profit still. Yo Pago. Pago's being demoed twice as much as he's demoing. This is a fabulous stat. Ram about half the time. Or maybe just over. Weechu is the coach. Okay, I thought he was a player. Okay, Chase, that makes sense. And where's he from? Where is Weechu from? All right, what are the other notes I made? I made some notes. So the team's struggling. Definitely, bro's got work to do. Finishing way below what they would have expected. And definitely White Rabbit Gaming and Apex. Aish. Teams that should have been, I would have expected to be minimally top 8, not making it there. But then we're seeing relatively new people. Millennial Times, as we've said, Reformed. And Espionage in the top 8. All right, then going back to the stats here, we go boost. Let's have a looky-loo at the boost. The most boost-hungry players in the land. Yeah, Snowy, I was a bit slow, but I got there eventually. Happy Meal informed me, so yeah, thanks for that. And now that I've been told, I remembered seeing it. So, but I'm slow, but I get there. Okay, so this is where I need an education, because I don't know what is the metric here with boost. So BPM is what? Boost per minute. Boost collected per minute. Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm actually not as stupid as I look. So this is obviously the boost used every minute. So Strutic, 5BS, Casper. Everyone talks about, well, I say everyone, all the talent like to talk about Eli being heavy on boost. No, hold on. How does this work? This is not the right way around. There we go. That makes more sense. The most boost hungry players on top. Snowy's up there, Mr. Lowe's up there. And am I reading this wrong? Someone's got to tell me what's the best way to read boost. Like, I'm not even sure what's good and bad here. Like, if you're not using a lot of boost, does it mean you're efficient, or you keep missing boost? Or you're just slow? I don't know. Okay, who uses the least boost? Gizal. Does that mean he's proper efficient? All right, fine. Let's go. I'm going to go back to the results page. I just want to have a look at the results as they happened. Main event. Okay, starting with Swiss. May contain nuts, finishing top there. Only losing one game to Millennial Times Gaming, taking one from them. No, man, is that right? No, that was earlier. Apex took a game. Apex taking a game from them. Main event Swiss round. But otherwise, clean sweeps there. Orlando Pirate losing only to Millennial Times, but having to work quite hard against MTG and ATK. Both of those going to best of fives. And then ATK, TKO, they, I don't know what was going on with them. They forfeited like two of their rounds they forfeited. So I'm not sure what their problem was. Probably a load shedding issue. And then ATK taking down Reformed 3-0. And with that result, there was a little bit of worry that Reformed might be onto a hiding. And then the ATK game with Orlando Pirates going to 5, and then taking down Bro 3-0. The only series for Bro that I think didn't go to all 5 games, but we'll see as we go there. MTG with 3-1 against Ice, 2-3 pushing Orlando Pirates quite hard, and then taking down Fish 3-1, and then Reformed to a 5-game thriller. Who was where was the 12-minute overtime? Oh, that was in qualifiers with Bro. White Rabbit Gaming also 3-1, taking down Astronic 3-0. Another 5-gamer with Bro, losing to May Contain Nuts in a sweep, and then ATK, a tight one, going to 5 games. And of all the many 5 games, this is one of the few that I thought was an actual fair result. The two teams I thought were a little bit more equally matched. Nitro had load shedding and Ducklers had work. Oh my word. Oh no, Happy Meal, what the hell? And are you fully recovered? That sucks. Fearless Carrot, I agree with you, only because I didn't know what to make from it. So, as whatever. Boost use is boost use. White Rabbit, okay. Astronic Bro, okay, we did that. Reformed, making quick work of espionage, but then being made quick work of. Hello, Famo, thanks for the follow. Being made quick work of by ATK, and then making quick work of Astronic, and then a bit of an epic against NTG, going 5 games, but they went down there, and then making quick work of Fish. So interesting. So it was almost a case of sweep or be swept for Reformed in the Swiss round. Orion, well, they got the disqualification against Apex in round 5, but leading up to there, only just losing out to Bro coming out with a classic 5-gamer, and then being taken down quite easily by Astronic in a sweep. Millennial Times Gaming, they did take a game against Millennial Times, and then beating Ice 3-0. So also strange up and down results there. But they made it through into the top 8. And then Espionage also going 5 games, and this was the last one we streamed, and that was a very entertaining match, going 5 games against Bro Espionage, taking it down 3-2. And there you go, that was the top 8, which gave us our quarterfinals. 4-0 May Contain Nuts against Team Espionage. Millennial Times 4-1 against White Rabbit. That was a big surprise. I thought there would be a far closer matchup between those two. All right, good. Happy Meal, that's excellent. Oh, okay, so you were better by Sunday. Okay, fine, fair enough. Hello, Ghost, otherwise known as Bruce. How are you, sir? Pirates making quick work of Orion Esport, and then ATK. This was a surprise, and I see Skill Steals here. If you're still here, Skill, I'd be interested in your thoughts on that. This I thought was going to be I mean, you were swept in the Swiss by ATK, and then you go out there and dominate them 4-0, making quick work of ATK. I think the results are very skewed. If we look at the entire weekend, the entire playoff weekend, Saturday and Sunday, out of a potential, what was that, 28? Out of a potential 49 games with all the best of 7, there were only, what were there, 16, 20, 24, 28, 30 games out of a potential 49 with all the best of 7s. I realize this might be hard to see. Let's make this bigger. There we go. That might be a little bit better to see. Finally executed. Okay, fair enough. So does that mean it was a bit of a struggle to settle into the play style during the Swiss round? I am well, Bruce. Thank you very much for asking. When you say wins this, Jay, what do you mean by this? Okay, gotcha, Skill. Gotcha. The link you sent... What, are you going to make me try and go to Discord in the middle of my stream? Which link did you send me? I don't have a link from you. What link? Oh, yeah, there. Astronic Espionage. Not sure I should be allowing links in my chat, but they are for now. $40, Astronic. Hold on, what is this? How did this land up on Wikipedia? Astro Cup number 2, 1v1. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll come to that. I'll come to that, Jay, in a moment. Once I finish up here. So I don't know what to make of the way these ended. The fact that they were pretty dominating wins, either sweeps or 4-1. I mean, there wasn't anything bigger than a 4-1 the entire weekend. What does that say for the top 8 and even the top 4? Or maybe the top 3. Well, we got the top 2, and then there's everybody else. What do we make of all of this? Because for all the big fight from Millennial Times Gaming, they went down 4-1 to May Contain Nuts. Although they did take a game. Yeah, only 2 teams took a game off May Contain Nuts all weekend. And then a pretty convincing win in the final. Pirates convincing over Reformed. Okay, Regional 2 is where teams start to settle in. Okay, well, fair enough. Well, that's pretty much the wrap. It seemed like from a streaming point of view that it all seemed to go very quickly. The broadcast ran on time all 3 nights. Well, except maybe for Friday. Friday's a bit chaotic, as Swiss round often is. But hello, Isaacs. Okay, Skill, fair enough. Okay. Early days. Okay, well, I can accept that. I think we'll certainly have a better idea come the end of regional 2 on where it all stands. Okay. I did want to look at something and I've forgotten what that is. All right, let's have a look at Astronic are having a 1v1 tournament. So let's have a quick squiz at that. Coming up on Saturday. Participants: Strutec, Friction, Olympic, Cams, Just Specs, Wee Casper, Tristan, Lackstar, Snoozy, Zeph, Eli, Josh Okino, Ram, Fearless Carrot, Nitro. So this is a 1v1 cup with a Swiss stage. Oh my. Okay, and then what happens from there? We have, oh, okay, so it's the same format. And this is all supposed to happen in one day, Jay. Okay, well, I guess if it's not all being streamed, it's not that hard. We're not streaming all the quarters, semis, and finals. But if this is the crowd in a 1v1, hold on, the Swiss is single elimination. Okay, 16 players, top 8. All matches are best of 3 until the semi-finals. Semi-finals are best of 5. Grand final is a best of 7. So best of 3 Swiss stage. I think you're likely... Ooh, Daisy's there, or Cam's is there. Ooh, that changes things. I think based my opinion on these, your top 3, Cam's, Eli, Kino. Oh, Carrot's in there as well. Carrot's a fairly aggressive ones player, so he might be in the mix. But I reckon Kino, Eli, Cam's. One of those 3 is going to take it. Hello, Leoxy. How am ya? How am ya? And then I still see, by the way, while we're all here, the Predator Gaming. I need that link. Where did I put that link? There's still very few teams, and I don't understand why teams are not signing up for this thing. Just need to go find the link. Oh, here it is. We still only have 5 teams. We look here in the top right. Only 5 teams have signed up for Saturday. Why are there not more teams signing up for this Predator thing? I mean, I understand that there's qualifiers on the same day, but surely we got to have more people there. 5 registered teams. Who are they? Blood Bros, Brosidon, Reformed, Low Expectations, which is Gingerbeard's team, and White Rabbit Gaming. Those are the only teams signed up for this thing on Saturday, the qualifier. And I think this is the last qualifier, if I'm not mistaken. And there's like gaming laptops up for grabs. There's lots of euros up for grabs. I don't understand. What is going on here? Go and sign up. You think MTG will join later? Later when, bro? This is Saturday. This is day after tomorrow. It's like, and it's a ball ache to sign up. An absolute ball ache, as Gingerbeard will tell you. In fact, he should do a video tutorial on how to sign up for this tournament. So Drew, if you're still here, what did you and Olympic cover? And where are you posting your podcast, by the way, so I can go and listen to it? You're playing, but why aren't you signed up? Absolutely, Bruce. I can't believe it. I mean, we should be having almost as many people in here as we do for an RLCS weekend. Nino! You know, bro. You know, that's exactly the problem. And yes, it is a ball ache, but you know what? Figure it out. One person on every team can figure out how it gets done and make sure everybody signs up properly. So I'm gonna dump this link in the chat just for anyone who's there who's thinking about it. Go to that link and get your team signed up. Which does bring up an interesting point, Nino. I'm having an evolving view on the whole issue of a funded broadcast. So ACGL and once again a massive congrats and well done for them for coming to the party, setting up that broadcast, and I thought they did a smashing job. It was an outstanding job. It was a pleasure to be part of. So that was mostly reverse and then blank, and then Rafiki was involved as well. Who did what exactly, I'm not sure, but together as a team, they did a fantastic job. But the final was watched live by a peak viewer audience of 160 people. And granted, the VODs were watched by a lot of people. I think they had like 11 or 1,200 views each, the Saturday and the Sunday. So there was interest. There is interest. But we got to grow it here. So firstly, I think in my head I was making the broadcasts far more complicated than they needed to be. I think they can be a lot simpler, and for a start, a lot less expensive. We've got to pay the talent, but we're not at the stage where ideally everybody should be getting paid $5,000 for the weekend or whatever. A good salary, a good payday for their work on the broadcast, but initially now I think we just need something. But we've got to grow again the player base and get more people watching. We've got to get this viewership up to at least 500, then 1,000, and build it from there. But 160 people, pretty low for the final of the highest paid esport in the region. So yeah. I also do think it'll probably go up throughout the split because people become more familiar with the channel and where to go and watch it. So I do think we're gonna grow the viewership over the splits if we keep it consistent and it's in the same place every time. I think changing the channel where it is every time does get a little bit confusing. Which does then bring up another point is, how do we, I don't know how to, some people who play Rocket League will find the Facebook groups or the Discord channels to become a part of. But I get the feeling there are a lot of people playing Rocket League that do not know that there's competitive Rocket League and that that's something they can A, participating, and B, watch. So, and every time I get into a lobby with South Africans who I don't know, and there's a lot of PlayStation or console players, so you can't talk to them. And I go, who is this guy? And do they even know that there is competitive Rocket League? And how would they even find out if they're not themselves going out looking for the Facebook group or the Discord channels or Twitter or whatever the case may be? How's it, Jaden? Good to have you. Well, Drew, I understand that at one level. I played Rocket League for 4 years without really knowing there was competitive Rocket League. I was pretty much in a bubble, just playing on my own and not being too concerned. So I think it's quite easy. It's quite possible to be just grinding away, playing, and not being aware that there's a greater community or a competitive scene that you can get involved with. That's amazing. And then how did you know Worlds was happening? Cheeselak or Cheeseclack? Cheeseclack, how did you know that? How did you know Worlds was happening? And this is very typical. This is someone who's playing Rocket League and didn't know that there was serious competitive Rocket League in this region. No one approached me. I think Jay, So for the first season of RLCS last season, the first couple of broadcasts were, I felt, very below par, and they were looking for people in the region. So the guys putting it up approached me, and then I approached a broadcaster, Dream Team Productions, and said, the level of our productions is not great and it's not good for the region. Would they be willing to take it over? And then because I'd approached them, they obviously asked me to cast. That's and Cheese Clack, were you playing? Do you play Rocket League, and how long have you been playing it, if yes? I'm finding this story. Okay, but and how on a scale now of 1 to 10, how invested would you say you are in watching competitive Rocket League? Because that's a whole demographic I haven't even thought about. People who don't play it but who like to watch it. And how would we reach them? Hello, Geronimo. That interests me a lot. That's amazing, and it's fantastic to hear. That is actually, that's amazing. So let me ask you this then. Why were you on Twitch? What were you looking for? What do you generally watch on Twitch that you were on Twitch looking for something to watch and discovered it? Bruce, I completely agree with you. We know this, but we got to reach the masses with it. Once we introduce volumes of people to Rocket League, they will discover it. But we just haven't reached. We haven't reached enough yet. Oh, by the way, the sharper among you might have noticed that I've changed my Twitch name, my Twitter name, to Greybeard GG, and the reason I've done that is I bought the greybeard.gg domain name, and I'm setting up a website to hopefully be a sort of collection point for upcoming local competitions, for local content creators, and who should, if you're new to Rocket League, who you should be following, and all that sort of thing. So, and hopefully, if people then go and search Rocket League South Africa, they find a way to get into the local scene, the local communities, the local competitive scene, and the like. How's it, Gaza? Okay, Nino, good man. I missed that. Sharp as attack is our Nino. I mean, the site is live, but it's all just it's in the. Do you know what I'm doing? Actually, I mean, if you go there now, it looks. Well, you'll see it's under construction. It's not functional right now for anything. But here's my idea, and I love this idea so much. Is I wonder if I can show you this picture. So I had someone make me a pretty dope background graphic. Yeah, let me find it. Black Fang, who did my starting soon screen and the background you see behind me, and he made me a. How do I show this? Maybe I should download it first. No, I did download it. So he made me this background, which I think is pretty dope. And then on top of that, I'm going to have this. Mr. Diffuse, how are you, sir? Thank you for the follow. All right, where did this save? Unknown. Oh, okay. So the website, can you see that or not? No, you can't. So I want it to look like the Rocket League menu. So that'll be there. So the various sections of the website will look like that, which I think will be pretty cool. Oh, sorry, Diffuse. I see you've been chatting away on YouTube, and I missed you there. Jaden, do you think that's a serious? Well, what solves that then? If people are keen to compete, but they're worried about just being clapped by the top teams. So what solves that? Other tournaments, and now there are other tournaments, but people aren't signing up. You were recommended on YouTube? That's amazing, Diffuse. That's unbelievable. Well, that's good to hear. YouTube's recommending me. Oh, wow. Oh, Gore. Yeah, no, it's as Nino says, it's placeholder text. Oh, I see. Okay. But anyway, I think that'll be pretty cool. But the point being is that we need to have a way of reaching the people that are currently playing it, letting them know that there are communities they can become part of, and those communities then funnel those who have a competitive interest to go and find to become part of the competitive scene. So it's the whole chain up and down. And by the way, though, I have to say there are plans afoot. I've got two brands very interested, and ACGL very interested in getting involved in doing activations for Rocket League in high schools. So if we can get a ton of those happening next year, we can flood people into the game. And that's our big issue, is new people into the game. If we don't get enough people in, we're going to struggle at the top. And Diffuse, I can't agree with you more on that. I have, there's a couple of media people I've reached out to, and then there's the person who does all the PR and media for Rage. I was connected up with her yesterday, and she's connected me with a bunch of people, and then I've asked her for a price on getting a good old-fashioned press release out, so we can start promoting Rocket League and the fact that it's got this gigantic prize pool. There's amazing people. Maybe we get some profiles done of our pro players. I think there's lots of interest, lots of very interesting stories around Rocket League, and if that exposure will get people in. And there are people who are in the game who want to watch it, but then people like Cheeseclack, who doesn't really play Rocket League, but he loves watching it. There's got to be thousands of those. Thank you, Jaden. From my experience, when I helped ACO pull this name, there's a lot of people who would watch that don't necessarily play. That's amazing. You see, that's exactly it. But it's hard enough to get people who are playing the game to come and watch the game.